Hello, all my beautiful Facebook friends and non-friends and family and divine beings of true light. So I wanted to do a quick little vlog on faith. Faith, right? That doesn't seem like it'd be right for Zach. He doesn't talk about faith. No, I'm kidding. So, as many of you well know, I'm not very religious at all. I'm more of a spiritual kind of guy, a philosophizer, if you will. But today I was looking through old books and sorting through old stuff, and I picked up a Bible that I have. And for some reason it just called to me. Interesting, right? So I picked it up and I was like, okay, let's look at the New Testament, because I don't like the Old Testament. I read the Old Testament in full. I didn't agree with it. Doesn't mean it's wrong, just means I don't agree with it at all. Doesn't feel right in my heart. So I picked it up, looked at the Old Testament, searched through, couldn't find anything, and then I had a bookmarker from somewhere, and it opened on the book of Matthew. Like, okay, well then I guess I'm supposed to read this. So I started reading the book of Matthew and Jesus' teachings. I didn't really look at the history of Jesus. I didn't care for that. It just didn't call to me. So I wanted to, look at his teachings. So a few things really hit me hard. The first thing was when Jesus says, "Ask and it is given, seek and you shall find, knock and the door will open." Seems easier said than done, right? We ask, but we don't know how it's given. If I seek, how do I know I'll find it? If I knock, how do I know it's the right door? Right? Cool. So that's a fun to ask. And I just kept going through some stuff, and then I came to I think it's a parable, I don't know, it's a story of, Jesus in the storm. So, the story pretty much is super simple. It's in, I don't know, Matthew 7 or 14, I don't know, somewhere. But, the story is that Jesus and his disciples enter onto a boat, and Christian friends, if I'm wrong, by all means, fix it. But this is what I got from it. So they get onto a boat and they're on the seas, and all of a sudden a storm comes. And Jesus is sleeping and his disciples panic. They're like, "Oh my gosh, this storm is too violent. It's going to knock us off our boat. It's going to kill us." So they go to Jesus and they say, Jesus, the storm is way too violent. We're going to die. Oh my God, I can't believe this, da-da-da-da-da. And he looks at them and he says, "You men have so little faith." You men have so little faith. And it's true, right? Jesus knew fully that God would protect him no matter what, not because he was a special man. He blatantly told them, "You men have so little faith." They could have done what Jesus did and calmed the storm. It wasn't Jesus who calmed the storm. It was the divine creator, who we like to think is Jesus, but we're all sons and daughters of God. So there's my little ego coming out. Wink. Anyways, so it's true in our own lives, right? And then before in the book, he's talking to parents and he says, "When your children ask for your fish, do you not give them fish?" You don't give them a dog, or you don't give them sticks. When your children ask you for bread to eat, do you not give them bread? You don't give them stones. You don't give them rocks. He goes, God is just like that. You are God's children. He's providing all that you need. You simply need to know that. That's where faith comes in. We're so worried about how things happen, when they'll happen. We know what we want, but we don't know how we're going to get it. We don't know when we're going to get it. Some of us don't believe why we should get it. We're not worthy. Whatever the case may be. And I'm completely at fault for this. This is just my own little story that I thought I wanted to share, and maybe to bring light to your life as well. But God calmed the storm because Jesus had faith, knew fully in his heart, without question, without a doubt. He knew that God would protect him because he is his son. We are his sons and daughters. All of us. There's not one person who's not God's son or daughter. Even if you say, well, what about Hitler? No, Hitler was his son as well. Hitler became very skewed in his life and very stressed out. And he allowed the darkness to take over. But Jesus mentions it time and time again in the Bible. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I haven't fully read the New Testament earlier. The light within us. It is the wholeness of God, the wholeness of Spirit is within, protecting us at all times. There's nothing that can touch us. We're untouchable. We are protected at all times by God. Yes, we're going to have the storms. We need the storms. Without the storms, life would be boring, right? If we didn't have any storms, we would just walk around all gleeful all the time. There would be no purpose. We need those complementary values, that balance. And so, I guess what I'm saying is that I learned that today, more than ever, and I've been seeing signs that I need to have more faith, trust more. Trust fully. Don't question so much. My mind can't conceive of how it's going to work, and that's not my journey. My journey is to know what I want and to trust fully and have so much faith that God, that Spirit, that divine, that the universe, that source, whatever you want to call it, is providing that in every moment. And that really hit me, and I hope it hits you because it's true. It's very true. When we ask, it's given. When we seek, we'll find the answers. God will give us the answers. When we knock, just walk in. Don't wait for God to invite you. He's opened the door. Isn't that enough? Walk through the door. Take it, grasp it fully, wholly, with all your being, with all your might, with all your strength. You've got it. We've got it. We can do this. Let's do it all together. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Hope you guys enjoyed. I love you. I love you all. No matter who you are, I love you all. And see you next time.